Shalom, folks! We're going to be continuing our review from Hebrew, and we'll be picking up where we left off with chapter 3 after we start the alphabet. Just start into chapter 3 unless someone has questions. If you're online and you have questions, just send them in and we'll do our best to help you out. Otherwise, we'll be picking up with chapter 3, the Shavah, odd vowels, and the Dagesh. The Shavah. These are the vowels you have already learned. Why don't we have Katie read through those vowels from right to left? Hold the power button, it'll turn on.
A, E, A, O, U.
All right. The last vowel we'll be adding is called the Shavah, and it is written with 2 vertical dots underneath the consonant. The Shavah is sometimes silent and sometimes pronounced with a short slurred sound like the E in stupefy or the in the word about. Either way, it's just a very neutral short vowel with no emphasis. The Shavah at the beginning of a word. A Shavah at the beginning of a Hebrew word is always pronounced with a short slurred sound, as in maroon and lagoon. No emphasis, just a quick, almost an sound, but not full-on a vowel. Read the following line aloud. Why don't you help us out with that, Lynette?
Kali,
Mm-hmm.
Nahum,
Mm-hmm.
Kitav,
Mm-hmm.
Shema,
Shema.
Machal,
Mm-hmm.
Ma'ad,
Ma'od.
Ma'od,
Yeah.
Ma'od. I don't see the. Is there a little? Oh, can't see the little dot. Ma'od, and Salach.
That is correct. The Shiva at the end of a word. A Shiva at the end of a word is always a silent vowel, and it is not pronounced at all. You have already seen this under the final form of the letter. Who can tell me which Sofit that is? That's a Chav Sofit. So that's how we get with the two examples there, the English examples, Shot and Bach. They are basically stopping on the consonant without pronouncing any vowel underneath it. Read the following line aloud. Well, I guess you get to do it again. You're my primary pupil right now.
Lach, At,
Mm-hmm.
Chrat,
Charat.
Charat, Alech,
Elech.
Alech, Alech,
Elech.
Lake. Okay. A lake. Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Mat.
Mm-hmm.
Derek.
Yep.
Ach.
That is correct. The Shiva in the middle of a word. When a Shiva appears alone in the middle of a word, it usually falls at the end of a syllable and is not pronounced, just like at the end of the word, which we did. So we've got, from right to left, we've got meatloaf, carpool, and concave. And you can see how the Shiva in the middle there stops the phonation. You don't have a vowel under it. It just meat, loaf, car, pool, concave. Read the following words aloud. I guess I'll spare you this one. I'll do this one for you. It's only fair. Yishte na. No, yep, it was a te with the segol there. Yep. And then when nef. Forgive me. Neflanu. 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 Oh, nefalanu. Sorry. Nefa. Nefal. Nefalnu. There we go. We got it. Goodness. Wake up, Hebrew. Nefalnu. Mincha. Name of our part of the daily prayer services. Evne. Anshe. And Samtem. Samtem. So never hesitate just to sound it out. Whenever two Shivas appear side by side in the middle of a word, the first Shiva is silent like above, and the second is pronounced with a short, slurred sound. Consummate. So we stop on the con and then summate. Consummate. That puts the sound on the second one, a little soft Shiva sound rather than complete silence. Read the following line aloud. We'll trade off. Your turn.
Okay. Iktavu.
Yep.
Kadsheka.
Yep.
Ishmaru.
Yep.
That's tel
Got E vowel there.
tilabach bachu.
Tilbashu.
Okay, I can't even.
Tilbashu.
Tilbashu. Okay. Rag lacham.
Lachem. Rag lachem.
Okay.
All right, so we've got some reading practice. Katie can pay some dues for having been out of the room. Read the following lines aloud. Each shava is a silent vowel.
I have a question.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, what was that? You have a... Oh, you want to do that? Sure, sure.
Oh.
Run it on back. Absolutely.
All right. So Yishmor.
Correct.
Yishmar. Okay. Yishkor.
I would say Yizkor.
Yiz. Right. Okay. Forgot my Z. Yizkor. Yif Kod.
Yep.
Malka.
Malche.
Hey. Okay. Okay. Anshe.
Correct.
Yisrael.
Yisrael. Yes.
I guess I can do that. Minin. Close. Minin.
Minyan.
Yan.
That's like the group of 10
Oh, I got the.
or the fillet.
Artsy.
Artsy. Correct.
Yiktov. Or Yiktov.
Yich
Yik.
tov. Yich tov.
Double E. Confe.
Correct.
Okay. Avde.
Correct.
And I hadn't done this one yet. Let's see. That's it. So Ya, and then let's see the double dot. What's the double dot again? The Ki Yag.
So that's Yod E, no, a Yod
Yeah.
E, G is silent.
Uh-oh. Yep, I messed that one up bad.
It's all right.
And so it's Y E E D. No, G silent.
She is silent. She is
Yeah.
not silent?
Yig. So no vowel under it.
No vowel.
Just g.
G.
And then to la.
Yigdal.
Yigdal.
Yigdal, so I
Correct.
have
You
that.
got it. For the next practice, we have each shava in the lines must be pronounced with a short slurred sound. So these ones will be pronounced rather than silent.
Dame.
Right? Just rather than, they kind of sound like da, so just
Oh yeah.
dame.
Dame.
There you go.
Okay, so that there's no sound, no vowel, it's just the consonant.
Yeah, it's just, well, it's just, this has the slurred sound, so yeah, it's like dame, about. The word about is the best way to put it. Because it's not really about or about, it's just about.
So we're not really.
No emphasis whatsoever. Dame.
Puri.
Mm-hmm.
Haga fencer. That would just be Malone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a oh, Fedor. Duh. That would be Lashem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, put that down.
Or la shame.
Or shame. Shame, sorry, shame. As in shame on putting a dead bug on your mom. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, that would be shimmy,
Correct.
and then it's okay. Yep, kiddos.
There we go. Go right on through the next line.
All right, so that would be. Okay, that would be Yesod.
Correct.
Okay.
Yesod. Yesod.
And then bunny. No, Bane.
Correct.
Shamor.
Vizikor bidibor echad. Yes.
And then that would be Vagad.
Vagad. Yes.
Ooh, okay, hold on. This one's gonna be Keto. Oh, Katuba.
Ketuba. Correct. Like a wedding agreement.
And then Bali
Correct.
and Yeme.
Awesome. Well done. In each of these words, the first Shiva is silent, and the second Shiva is pronounced with a short, slurred sound. We'll break this one up. We'll let Lynette take the first line.
Yeesh. Patu?
Correct.
Team. Team. Tsu? Team.
I'd say Team Sa'u.
Sa'u.
Team Sa'u.
Shivtaka? Shivtaka?
Shivtaka.
Shivtaka. Okay. Tiv. Taku?
Correct. Tiv Tiku.
Nach. So the second one is pronounced with a short slur. Okay. Na kor tor naga work here anymore?
Nich.
So it's neek.
First syllable is neek.
Neek. So what sound does this make then?
Nich Ratu. Nich
It's a
Ratu. Yeah, just that neutral vowel. Nich Ratu.
You want to take it, Krista? Well, neither did I.
Sound and amount's a really good way to learn.
Come on, here. She wants to play along. So the silent
Completely silent. So if it's
on the second is just it's kind of an ah.
it's that neutral, almost more of an Like whenever you're if you're saying the English alphabet, you know the big letter B says B is what they say, and little letter says B, B, D, T, V. You know, just barely phonate it. Oh, shalom. No accent at all. Yeah. Hit it in passing. Very neutral, like about. About or stupefy. You know, the of stupefy is barely even noticed. And in Hebrew, the emphasis is almost always on the last syllable unless otherwise notated by an accent mark, and then it'll end up on the second to last syllable. So if you make sure you keep that emphasis there, it really helps the Shiva stay good and neutral and light and in passing. Nich ratu. Nich ratu. Sorry, not ra. Nich ratu. Nich ratu. Last one on the top of the first line on the bottom of the 3 lines on page 17.
Yeah, because that first one basically acts like a syllable separator, correct?
Right. It's like you're ending almost like you're ending a word within the word. Krista's working through the second line a little bit. Help her out, Alicia. By your powers combined, you can do this.
By our powers.
Yeah. The middle line on the bottom of 17. There you go. Tish, correct.
What is that? Let's see. Get those confused.
Gross. Say excuse
That's a
me, little one.
Tishmaru.
Tishmaru. Correct. Tishmaru. That easy.
And then that's a mem. That's an E. Mish. What is that one? Pe. And Mishpech. Kot.
Mishpachot. Very good. Multiple families.
Lamed and the eggs in the basket. That's how I remember it. Malcha. And that's a ta. And that's a duh. Tada. What?
That's a lamed. So that's
Lamed,
a
yeah.
lechtaka.
Lechtaka.
There you go.
Yod ish. Ishma. What is that one? Cha. Mishcha. Mishchu. Ishmaku.
Very good, except you got tripped with the shin sin. The dot on the right, she is always right. Sin is on the left. So yismachu.
Okay.
But very close.
Now you take the last one.
That was the last one on that line.
Last line.
Oh, there we go. Awesome.
I don't like it. Okay. So we got the with the dots. Me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a Zion.
Correct.
And another. It's not a cough. Oh, yeah, I would have said cough. Mishbit coat?
Mies. Yeah, very close.
Mishbit-
Mizbachot. Mizbachot.
Mizbachot.
Very
Yeah,
good.
okay.
Mizbachot.
I miss my coat. Miss my coat.
Miss my coat.
Okay. And then we got the noon, and so we got knee,
Mm-hmm.
knees,
Mhm.
knees, and then again same. That one is ka.
Mhm.
Knees. Um,
sure is.
T.
It actually is a resh.
Resh. Okay. Nishkru?
Knees
Knees-
karu.
Niska? So karu?
Well, knees karu. Knees karu. Hit it in passing. Little neutral vowel.
Okay, so we're back. So, knee, and that would be neem.
Mm-hmm.
Sadi, right?
Yep.
Yay. Neems. And then. Right, so that. Neemsru? Just
Neem sa'u. Neem sa'u.
Sa'u?
Sa'u.
Okay.
Like about. Neem sa'u.
Neemsa'u. Another M. So ma,
Mm-hmm.
mal. Um, okay, not a Zion. That's a Vav.
Yes, that's correct. That's your
So
vowel
mal-
vav.
Vav. Okay, so then it would not have a sound.
Well, it's adding its sound to that letter to the right.
So mam mal. Then what? Lect.
Mam lachot.
Mama
Mam lachot. Mam lachot.
Mama coat. Okay.
But see how far you made it, even with just a quick sound out. Never be afraid to just throw yourself in and try. It's the only way to get this Hebrew stuff in your mouth. Alright, if we don't have any questions about that, on the next page we'll be starting to approach some combination vowels. Some letters, the aleph, he, ayin, and chet, are difficult to pronounce with the shava. And these were in words where these four letters have a shava, a full vowel is added to the shava to make it easier to sound the syllable. When the shava appears next to the vowel and that is I always switch them up, a patach, or the vowel segol, it sounds like a hurried or So basically just a real quick unemphasized or So we've got as in bed, so just bed. It's just your bed, not your bed. It's a bed. And then you got the as in yacht, just yacht, not a yacht, a yacht. And we've got ed and odd. So basically just no emphasis, same vowel, but no emphasis, just a different color of a shava, so to speak. When a shava appears next to the vowel patak, kamatz, vowel kamatz, which is an it sounds like the O and low. So this is going to be this is another way to write your O vowel like with your vav O. So our examples are ode, we've got the ayin with the kamatz and the shava, and then a dalet. So ode, which is no different than we see ayin vav with the O on top of the roof, and then dalet. Both of those would be pronounced ode. So this is just like the O vowel that we've been going with all along, just another way to do it. Then we have O as in low. So it's just either the dots on the roof of the vav, or you have the kamatz and the shava. Either way, they sound the same. Let's see, where's the microphone hiding? You want to take a whack? Read the following aloud.
Ani,
Correct?
Asay,
Correct?
'Chazak,
Yep, correct.
Chazak?
Chazak, correct.
Chadas?
Hadas, yes.
Onia?
Oniya, correct.
Naomi?
Well, technically Naomi, but yes,
Oh,
we always
Na-
say
Na-
Naomi in English, but
Naomi.
if you wanted to get ancient in Hebrew about it, it'd be Naomi.
Naomi, okay. Adon?
Adon.
Adon. Okay.
Olam.
Adon. Emet?
Emet, yes. Emet means truth.
Oni?
Ani, correct.
Ani. Not O.
Oh, forgive me. Oni, correct. I got my little
Okay.
one here making too much noise, Mama Bear. Oni.
Yes, because with the
It's
kamats,
the mixed,
O.
it's the new O, yes. When you've got your kamatz, which is the Tetris piece with the double dot, Shava, you get your new O vowel. Syllables. A Hebrew syllable always begins with a consonant. And remember, Aleph and Ayin are considered consonants. It'd be easy to consider them vowels from an English mindset. It consists of either a consonant plus a vowel, as in Shah, we've got a Shin with a kamatz, so Shah, or a consonant plus a vowel plus a consonant. So we've got a Tav with a Shirik and then a Shin, so Tish. It is often easier to read Hebrew words that have many letters when they are broken down into syllables. So if you look below, you see you've got the whole word, but they've broken it up from left to right. So if you're looking at it, you can either, if you're working right to left, you get the whole word and then how they part it together, or in this instance, if you work each word from left to right, it adds up like a standard math problem. So why don't you give that one, first two top ones there a whack, Katie? Read them part, each syllable in part, and then the whole.
So we have Tamid,
Correct.
so it would be Tamid.
Correct.
And then we have Haaretz.
Haaretz.
Or
That is
sorry,
correct.
yeah, I read it the other way.
It's okay.
Or Haaretz.
Right. So yeah, if you just look at each consonant with its vowel, you can work your way through and sound it out. That's what they're showing you here, how you can sound it out piece by piece. Go ahead and do the other two as well.
Okay, so we've got, that'd be Elim.
Alim. Correct.
So Elim.
That is right.
Let's see. Then we have Shomeret.
Correct.
Okay. so
Shomeret.
Shomeret.
All right. Syllables and Shava. In most cases, a silent Shava indicates the end of a syllable. We saw that before in the activity with two Shavas. That first Shava was always ending a syllable. So below our examples there, we've got Yitzchak, the right way to say Isaac in Hebrew. And then Mishpat, and then Yisrael, Israel. When the Shava appears at the beginning of a word, it is a syllable by itself. So from right to left, we've got Gadolah. Then we have Lahad Leek. So we see one starts with a silence, with a little small pronunciation for a syllable, and then the dalet is breaking the next syllable. Lahad Leek. And then we have Baveti. When two shavas appear in a row, the second syllable is a syllable by itself and is not silent. So basically that neutral vowel becomes a syllable with that consonant all by itself. So we've got mish pachot, mish pachot, mish pachot. And then we have yiz, yizkaru, yizkaru, yizkaru. And then we have tichtavu, tichtavi, tichtavi. Accents. Hebrew words are normally pronounced with an accent on the last syllable. So when in doubt, accent the last syllable. But if it is not on the last syllable, it will show an accent mark over the syllable that it should be accented when we present the vocabulary for this book. Otherwise, you're going to have to resort to a Hebrew dictionary because that's probably not going to show up on your Torah scroll and other things. So we have two different columns that are not very well divided, but we have accent on other than the last syllable and accent on the last syllable. So whenever it's other than the last syllable, you see the little less than or greater than sign, depending how you're viewing it. That'll be your accent. So from top right to, let's go to that top line, if you would, Katie. Do those two with the accent on the last syllable, and then the one with the accent not on the last syllable, very obviously for everyone.
Avraham.
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 Mm-hmm.
That would be Ya.
Can I sit on your
Just a second. Yaakov.
Yaakov.
And then Nachnu.
Right, so va'anachnu, as in va'anachnu korim. If you will do those next three for us, Lynette.
Adaber.
Adaber.
Mashlechim.
Mashlichim.
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 Mashlichim. Babayik.
Babayich. So that's a real good example since it has two of the same syllables in a row there. Babayich. Or,
Babayik.
does it really? Oh, gotcha. So that means on the run, according to our Rebbitzin.
Means what?
On the run. Babayich. Odd vowels. When the last letter is het and the vowel underneath is a patach, the combination is ach, not cha, which is just a lot of fun that you just have to memorize. So we've got ruach and koach, which also both have their emphasis on other than the last syllable as well. So I would not be surprised if we find that a pattern that you don't put a lot of emphasis on a final ach. Read the following line aloud. Who's feeling brave, Krista?
So, Noach.
Correct. It'd be Noach.
Noach. Okay, so the
Emphasis on the other syllable.
and then Shabahech.
Shabeach.
Bay.
Shabeach.
Okay. Had my letter.
We would
Sameach.
right, like Chag Sameach.
Okay. Meshiach.
Mashiach. Yes, Mashiach. Our favorite guy.
And then Shaleach.
Shaliach.
Shaliach.
Shaliach. Sent one. Shaliach, the sent one.
And then is that O
That
sound?
is your O sound. Yep, that's an O-vav.
Solamic?
Soleach.
Soleach.
Soleach. So there you can see how that chet ends with ach and not cha. In fact, normally when we get cha, it's going to be a chav sofit with a kamatz underneath it. The vowel patach with a yod. When the vowel patach, a, is followed by the letter yod, the combination is pronounced ai as in aisle. So this is, in English we'd call it a diphthong. It's simply the sum total of two vowels. The yod is acting like an e, the a is a, so ai, as in mai, bow tie. Obviously you don't have to put that much emphasis and separate it into two syllables, so you'd have my, bow tie. So I guess we'll let Katie dig through this next line. Read the following line aloud.
So that would be ale.
A lie.
A lie, excuse me, a lie. I
Benai, correct.
sounds Australian. Anyway, that would be avotai.
Avotai, correct.
And then that would just be die.
Hey, easy.
And then let's see. Okay, that one would be a nine.
Anai, correct.
Okay. And then
Chai, correct. So basically just remember, it's just add those two vowels together. The yod is playing the part of the E sort of in that pronunciation. I. The vowel O and the yod. So it's going to be a combination between your O-vav and the yod. When the vowel O is followed by the letter yod, the combination is pronounced oi, as in boil, and oy vey. So our examples are soil and boy. Once again, this is just putting two vowels together. If you say oi, oe, oi, 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 it's just the two vowels put together. So don't let that yod throw you for a loop. It's pretending to be the part of the E vowel to combine with the O and give you the oi. You got this, Lynette. Let's read the next line aloud.
What was it? Vowels followed by the letter combination. Is it goy? Goy?
Correct. Goy.
Goyim?
Yep. Many goys.
Hoy?
Correct. Yeah, that's a good tricky one. You can almost ignore that aleph completely. Don't let it throw you.
Oyvev?
Oyev.
Oh, oyev. Right, okay. Oyev. Oyeva?
Oyave. There's your oyave.
Oyave. Okay. I'm tired. Okay. Avoy?
Avoy, correct. So you're just adding those two vowels together. Oi, oi, oi. The dagesh. A dagesh is the dot in the center of a letter. It may appear in the most letters of the Hebrew alphabet and should be thought of as part of the spelling of a word. There are definite rules concerning the use of every dagesh, but for the purposes of this text, they will discuss only the most important ones. So we're just getting what we need to know, not everything. The Beged Kefet letters. The words Beged Kefet are used as a memory device for the combined letters in the Beged Kefet group. So you just sound it out. Ignore the vowel parts. You've got B, G, D. So you've got your Bet, Gimel, Dalet, and Kft. You've got your Chav, Fe, and Tav. So Beged Kefet. At one time, all 6 of these letters were pronounced one way with a dagesh and another way without a dagesh. Today, only 3 of these letters, the Vet, Chav, and Fe, change their pronunciation when it is added. We know that that becomes Bet, Kaf, and Pe. However, all 6 of the Beged Kefet letters continue to act as a group. A dagesh never changes the meaning of the word when it changes the pronunciation. So you just have to remember whenever we're going to be adding them, and they'll be giving us, going forward here, just Beged Kefet. It's just a memory device like an acronym or something like that. 2 spelling rules. At the beginning of a word, a Beged Kefet letter usually takes a dagesh. So if it's one of those 6, it'll end up with a dagesh. And if it's going to change its pronunciation, it will. But got to remember, the 3 that don't will simply have a wonderfully decorative little dagesh. So going from right to left, we have Bayit. Instead of Vayit, it's at the beginning, so it's Bayit. That dagesh in the gimel there is still not going to do anything. It's Gadol, as in big. And then we have one under a dalet, which is not going to make a difference. It's going to be David, our favorite king. Then we have Katav and Pari, as in Borei Pari Hagafen. And then we have Torah, our favorite books. At the end of the word, a Beged Kefet letter usually does not take a dagesh. So now it's Av and Chag and Beged, as in Beged Kefet, and then Melech and Af, or is that, yeah, no. Yes, okay, Af. And then Emet, as in truth. So in those cases, they did not take it at the end. So add the dagesh in the beginning, usually, and normally not at the end. But these are simply spelling rules, so as we learn Hebrew, it's part of the memorization that we have to just go with. So that 5 little dots there, remember, that's our new Shavah with a segol. So it's a quick segol. It's a light E. So instead of Melech, Emet, it's Emet. Emet. Just a real quick passing. The 5 gutturals. The only letters in the Hebrew alphabet that cannot take the dagesh are Aleph, He, Chet, Ayin, and Resh. The Aleph and Ayin will be easy to remember because they're silent, and they have that cross member that would cover up the dagesh anyway. Your He and Chet, you just have to remember that your lovely box-shaped ones don't take it, and your Resh does not take one either, which should help us to see it different from the Dern Dalet Resh confusion. These letters are called gutturals and were once sounded in the back of the throat. One explanation for why a guttural cannot take a dagesh is the dagesh often indicates doubling, and gutturals cannot be doubled. Because they cannot take a dagesh, these letters upset normal spelling rules and create exceptions in the grammar. We will discuss these exceptions as they arise. It is important to memorize these 5 letters as a group. I wish they gave us a memory device for them, but they don't. So you've got your 2 silents, your chet and hey, and resh. Exercises. Below are some examples of words divided into syllables. Pronounce each syllable, then read the new word. Let's see. Why don't we do them in... You do 3, Lynette, and then we'll have Krista do... Oh, she does. Well, she can lead us off. She'll lead us off with 3, and then Lynette can do 3, and hopefully Katie's back to finish us off.
Okay. So, she,
Mm-hmm.
non,
Mm-hmm.
and that, is that Tom?
Yep.
She, non, Tom?
Yep. Part of your Vehafta, Shinantam.
And then ha,
Mm-hmm.
meet,
Mm-hmm.
na,
Correct.
say,
Hamit Nase. Correct.
na say, okay. So that extra dot that's
Yes.
in that, what is,
That's one of your gifted dageshes in that spelling.
doesn't mean anything? It's
It
just there?
doesn't mean anything. It won't change your pronunciation. It's not even given by the Beged Kefet. It's just part of those. It's how they spell the word kind of rules. We get to spend us some time curled up with a Hebrew dictionary, and we might find a pattern.
All right, so is the double dot, is that just a shorter la?
Yes.
Had,
Correct.
lock, or wait a minute, leak,
There you go. Put them together, whatever you got.
lahadik.
Lahad leak. That's correct.
Okay. And then you want me to do 4 so it's split in the middle?
Sure.
Yay.
It sounds like she might be a minute.
All right, so me,
Mm-hmm.
mish,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's the P. Peg? I don't know.
Other vowel. Close. Ah, ah.
No, the pach?
Pach. That 3rd syllable will be pach.
Ah, okay. Pach. And then that. Is that a tav with a tav with a dot? So toe
Correct. Put them together.
is mi mish pachto.
Mimish pachto. Correct.
Okay. Heat,
Mm-hmm.
pa,
Correct.
lal,
Lal.
tem.
Put them together.
Heat, palal, tem.
Heat
Heat
palal
palal
tem.
Okay, this is that one.
Mm-hmm.
Na, sheem.
All right. right.
Anashim.
Anashim, correct, with just that quick, shorter ah in the first one.
Anashim. Ha. Mish. Patim.
Hamishpatim.
Ba. Rishomim.
Barishomim. Or, sorry, Rishonim. Barishonim.
Rishonim.
It's got that nice double dotted sheen, so you know it's an O vowel. What'll really, when you're breaking it down, the real tricky one will be if it's a scene with an O, because it'll just look like the S sound with no vowel, but you have to know that it'll be an O there. The double dotting. Alright, on the next page it says, write out each of the following in the syllables and then pronounce them. I reckon we will just go ahead and pronounce on through. So Katie, why don't you take us through the first 4 of them there.
Okay, so we've got-
In columns, not rows.
so we've got Avraham,
Correct?
and then Yehuda,
Yehuda.
and then
Can you sit on my lap?
Ho Tse Hotseti, Hotseti,
Hotseti.
okay, and then Hadvarim, no Hadvarim.
Correct. Hadvarim. Alright. You want to catch the next 4, Lynette? Buckle up, Krista. 9 through 12 are yours.
This is where I started struggling in the book.
It gets a little tricky, but it'll come. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Gotta get you some glasses if you can't see those dots. Hebrew eye test. If you can't read the vowels, you need an eye text.
I'll get my magnifying glass out. Okay. Ye. Ye.
Uh-oh. Is it dying? Two quick batteries. I'll go ahead and take those 4. So we,
Yiktavu.
oh, you've made it through. Good, Darren. Yichtavu. Correct. Yep. A couple quick batteries coming up. And it looks like we've got our batteries.
Test it.
All right, we're back in action. Picking up on number 6 on page 22, exercise 2.
Halachti.
Halachti.
What is that?
Well, halach has to do with walk, so I'm going to guess it's something in that vicinity.
There's too many things. Okay. Okay, that looks like a vav. That's so that's gonna be silent, right? So va, ha, va, ha, va, ta, va, va, wait, 7, va, ha,
We say this one every week.
vahavta,
Vahavta l'recha kamoka. That's right. Vahavta.
ta. Okay. This is Vats da Vats da pra
Vutstacha.
okay,
Vutstacha.
that so that
I think it's
makes-
pronounced. I was wondering if that's not just an U. We have a V pronounced? Okay, yeah. Because otherwise, if it wasn't pronounced, we'd have the aleph
So
combining
that's-
with it. So, Vutstacha. Vutstaka, sorry. Vutstaka.
Voots da ka
Just ka.
ka
It's a kuf.
Voots da ka
Vutstaka. That's
Yeah.
correct.
ka.
All right. That translates to "and rightly so." I love those Hebrew translators. They're either awesome or making us funny. Well, it has to have some vowel if it's there. So whenever you've got your O under the roof, typically they don't pronounce together though, do they, Shane? When we have a vav, number 8 on the top of page 22, we have a vav with a dagesh under it, which would normally be an U if it was a vowel standing alone. We have no aleph prior. So is that uts? It's okay, so it isn't pronounced. I thought not. So utsdaka. Utsdaka. No.
So when it's like that, it's just the oo.
Which is good to know because I would have assumed we'd need an aleph or an ayin, but that's a good one to educate us with. Utsdaka. Sounds like something you say before you shkol it. Number 9.
Really not liking these.
Just one syllable at a time, like
Yeah.
that exercise before.
Okay, so I think is it do? Is it?
D.
It's just it's da, not do.
Yep, just that shva sound. That d.
Da, ra,
Mm-hmm.
kim.
Darachim. Very good. Well, since it's a dalet, it won't change. That beged kefet. Beged kefet. Beged dalet. Number 10. So we just had that, to give you a little hint, we just had that first syllable is an U. We do not pronounce that vav.
You don't pronounce the V, so it's not a vo.
Because it can't be both the vowel and the consonant at the same time.
So-
That was that rule. That
Oval, u,
uv,
uv alch,
le,
le,
uvlech.
uv lechtech,
Almost. Uvlechtecha. Uvlechtecha. Yes, because we know that word from our Siddur. Uvlechtecha. Vaderech. Uvshachbeka.
Okay, yay, okay. So this one's rough too.
Yes. Yes, because the sofit has your kamatz in it. It's a cha. Yes. And almost always when we have cha, that's how you're going to have it. And if it's a het with your patach under it, then it's ach.
All right, so I'm having trouble with the ayin because
Yes.
it's
So
ma.
it's a shava with an ah. So it's just a really short ah.
So there's two ahs. So
Mhm.
ma'ah.
Correct.
Ah, okay. So ma'ah, and then it's a sin
Mhm.
with a say,
Mm-hmm.
and then a kim,
Ma'asechem.
ma'asekim.
Yep. See, you're sounding it right out.
Woohoo!
That can't be right.
All right.
Oh dear.
So that one with the noon. So no
Correct.
and ton,
I think that one's gonna be silent.
the silent T.
Pretty sure. So just note. Let me double check that. Yep. Yeah. So just note.
Just note, huh?
Rather not like a nota, just note, like the word note, like you're writing a note for that first chunk.
Separating your syllables.
No, no, t, and then nam,
Eem.
neem. Yep.
Note neem.
Note
Note
neem.
neem.
Okay.
The vav? That one's got a vowel above it, so it's not a vav this time. But the only time your vav is going to make a sound is if you've got your patach, sharik, segol, anything but an o or an oo. If it's oing or ooing, it can't do anything else. And then we've got the last four. Why don't you sprint that on up to Katie Brianna? Sit your butt down, Haley Jane.
Okay, so we're on 13.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. They're very fond of this word.
They are. Third time today.
So mishpachot,
Mishpachot.
and then wait a minute here. Mishtachavim?
Mishtachavim. That's right.
Okay. That's a mouthful.
Umodim. We sing that mouthful every week.
Okay. And let's see, then that would be Habaim.
Havaim. Correct.
Habaim.
Oh, sorry. Habaim. Yes.
And then Hamotzi.
Hamotzi. That is correct. Now we're going to have some of them odd endings. Read the following words with odd endings. If you have trouble pronouncing them, the answers are going to be on page 19 and 20 for the rules. Why don't you take us through that first line, Lynette?
Hold on a second. Koach,
Koach. Correct. And in this case, it's the emphasis is going to be on the first one. I just double checked. That was one of our examples. So I'd imagine, as given in our example chart, you'll almost never put emphasis on that ah. Just put it on the syllable right before it. It'll help you pronounce it better.
Potach.
Poteach.
Poteach.
Poteach patoach.
Shebeach.
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 Okay, so. Show. Chayak.
Shocheach.
Shokeach. Okay. Noach.
Noach. Good boat builder.
Nicoach.
Nichoach. No,
Nicoach.
Nichoach. Nichoach.
Is that what I said?
Yep.
Nicoach.
Nichoach.
Lokeach.
Locheach. Correct. Why don't we see if the Krista Alicia tag team can take these next line.
Let's see, chapter 3 is where I left off.
So these are going to give you a hint. This is going to have a vowel mixer in there.
Oh, yeah.
We have
We're doing number 2, aren't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. So no.
Nai, isn't it?
Correct. Good catch.
Anai.
Banai.
So,
That's an O.
so do by.
Dodai. If it's O is on top and then oo is under the roof. Or Brother Daniel had the good oh ooh. That
All
was
right,
a
so
good
what
way to
am I
remember.
looking- Explain again.
Dodai.
Under the roof is
Yep. Under the roof.
ooh. Okay, so ooh, and then you still.
But that
the
was
next one is a
that one was a dodai on the second one.
dodai. Okay.
Because you have that first dagesh that was tricking you under the roof, that's just a pointless beged kefet dagesh. That one's just a decoration.
Decoration. All right, so then you're like, it's also that's not a resh. Wait a minute, that's
Mm-hmm.
a D. Dalit. Okay. So yadai,
Yadai, correct.
and then you got the ha, and then it's still the I in the middle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. This one's a little tricky. I bet you can get it though.
Is it hayayim or
Almost.
I
Yeah. Hayaim.
hayayim?
Hayaim.
You're gonna say it twice.
Well, if you do the I, ha,
I.
yai, hayaim.
Hayayim.
It just blended all together. Hayaim. Kind of like maim. Yeah, that dagesh under the yod, isn't that a fun one? It's not going to do any pronunciation or anything like that. This is going to be another one of those simple spelling rule type dageshes that hopefully someday we learn.
So then with the ulai,
Ulai.
ulai.
And you see right there, that's how we can also see that it's no different than the vav with an O under the roof. We got a vavu or an aleph vavu. It's still ulai.
So the na, ah, then still be the same thing. Lu. Lay, or
Lie.
not lie. Lie,
Not a lie.
not a lie. And then, is that V not pronounced either then, right? It's not as pronounced as a vav, it's still the,
I don't think we have a
I-
vav in that one.
I mean the,
Yod.
yod, sorry.
Well, actually, this one's going to be part of that double vowel, but then also it has a vowel dot underneath it, so you're also going to pronounce it. You're going to do both.
So it's A.
Second to last of
A-L-L?
line 2. It'd be ayil, as in like shet chayil,
Yield.
ayil.
So it is
It's both.
the
It's
y-
I
it's-
and
and
yield.
yield.
Ayil.
Alright. Yay. Bativ? Bativ?
Beitai.
Batai. Oh.
Beitai.
I forgot the I.
Ay, ay, ay. All right. On to line number 3, Katie.
Bayit.
Bait.
Bayit. Okay. And Mayim.
Maim, water.
Goy.
Goy.
And then Goyim.
Goyim. Many goys.
Chayai. Chayai.
Chayai. Yes, correct. Chayai. Chayai.
Okay, and then Lila. Oh, Lila.
Tov. Lila
Lila
Tov.
Tov. Ayin.
Ayin. As in pronouncing the letter ayin.
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 And then Chai.
Hi. Nice to meet you. And do you want to do a line, Mrs. Shell? No. Are you gonna?
Shanaim.
Shanaim.
I can't even read my writing. We have all. Alpaim.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Oh, here we go. Yamai.
Correct.
Kapai.
Kapai.
What does that even mean?
I don't
Okay.
know.
I'll have to look that one up.
Mm-hmm.
That's just goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Avotai.
Avotai.
Enaim.
Enaim. Correct. Number 4 says, list the letters which always take a dagesh at the beginning of the words, and what 2 words do we use as a memory device for these letters? We'll just say that together. That's beged kefet. Beged kefet. So it's bet, gimel, dalet, chav, fe, and tav. Yes, tav. Or is it a tet? Tav. Good. Okay. Beged kefet. It's a chav, fe, tav. Chaf. Yes, the non-dot. Now the next one says put the dagesh in whenever necessary. I don't know how we could do that and have that visible online, so I think we'll just go ahead and pass up on that one. List the 5 letters that do not take the dagesh. What do we call them as a group? Those were the gutturals. And let's see, I'm not going to look back. Let's see if I can remember them. It's Aleph and Ayin are silence. Hey and Chet are nice rectangles. And Resh. Gutturals. Yes, I got that. So that is your guttural vowels that never take a dagesh. Aleph, Ayin, Hey, Chet, and Resh. Yeah, and then also with Aleph, was that? No. For Beged Kefet? No, gutturals are Aleph, Ayin, Hey, Hey, and Chet, and then Resh. Number 7 should be fun. It says, find the silly sentences hidden in Hebrew. So we'll have each person take a line. It's going to sound like English. These are not real Hebrew words, but it should be funny. All right. Oh, we're almost 9 o'clock. What's your call, boss? You're good? Let's do this exercise, and we'll see where we're at. All right, Michelle, do a funny. Number 1.
Hear Ted play Bach. Weird. Or are you tone deaf?
Funny. Yeah, if you pronounce that first line there, go slowly. It's hear Ted play Bach. Yeah, it's English words in Hebrew letters. So it's a goofy sentence.
Okay, so this would be, bear with me here. Park.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Park my car.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Not
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
near
Mm-hmm.
my
Mm-hmm.
boat.
Yes. Park it too near your boat, it's going to be underwater. Park my car not too near my boat. Number 3, Lynette. It's fun.
My
Mm-hmm.
my boy
Mm-hmm.
eats
Mm-hmm.
red
Mm-hmm.
meat
Mm-hmm.
today.
Mm-hmm. My boy eats red meat today.
He
Mm-hmm.
at
8.
eight tw- tw- tor ta
2. In a can.
tuna
Mm-hmm.
tuna. Oh,
And last word,
2?
Correct. My boy ate red meat today. He ate tuna too. He must have been really hungry. Eats, sorry, my boy eats. Yes. Sadi Sofit. And then number 4, let's dice it out, ladies.
O. Do not take. Cool. I have no idea. What's that one?
Krista and Alicia.
Coke. Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
It's a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And then it's Kula. Two.
Mhm.
A. That's R. And then it's the O. And it's P. O.
Carpool, correct. Do not take Coca-Cola to a carpool. Number 8 would be writing, so you'll have to do that one on your own. If you want it checked, send a picture, write it out real nice, and send a picture to us if you're online or if you live nearby. We can look and see, but it's an opportunity to flex your spelling muscles. It'll be really good to teach you how to use your different vowels and consonants together because you can do those in dozens of ways. The instructions say as many ways as you can, but I'd say just do it 3 or 4 ways. Otherwise, you'll spend all day doing it. And we have one exercise left if we're feeling brave. What do people think? I've got 3 notes. I got 3 no's. We'll call that homework then. You'll be ready to practice the start of next one with activity number 9 on the bottom of 23 with activity 8 for extra credit. Well, we thank everyone for tuning in, and we hope this is a benefit to everyone. It's a real blessing once that Hebrew starts kicking in and you can see the words in your Siddur and start feeling the Father's language flow from your mouth. And we'll go ahead and close with a little prayer and call it a night. Avinu Malkeinu, our Father, our King, we thank you for this time and place, this freedom and safety you give us. We are so blessed and spoiled to be able to spend time learning your word, learning how you phonated and pronounced and gave Torah to the world and even created the world. We thank you for the opportunity to have your language in our mouths and in our minds, and we thank you for your Son, Yeshua HaMashiach,